Hello, friends. So this video is kind of just to let everyone know sort of what is happening next week, Thursday, February 26th. So I am going to be doing a charity fundraiser event thingy with a premiere video, so it will be pre-recorded. Unfortunately, you need a minimum of 10,000 subscribers to have access to the fundraiser feature on YouTube to turn a video into a fundraiser directly on YouTube. I don't know why, because YouTube specifically curates the charities on there. So I really do not see the harm or potential for abuse or exploitation or anything like that. I can only see potential good coming from it. But YouTube is really stupid in that, and hopefully they change that in the future because it's retarded. The charity that I chose for this event, they are not on Tiltify at the moment. I can't find them on GoFundMe either. I did contact them and they said that they usually recommend GoFundMe, but I really don't want to be like a middleman, so I don't want to do a personal fundraiser through GoFundMe, which basically has the money go to me that I then withdraw and then I have to give it to them. I don't know how taxes or fees or anything like that work with that. And then there's the obvious trust issue. So what I'm going to do, this charity is called Heads Up Guys. It is for men's mental health regarding depression in men, suicide in men. Suicide rates in Canada heavily disproportionately affect males compared to females. Obviously it affects everyone, but you can see like with the exception of between ages 10 to 19, it is like 3 times to sometimes 4 or more times more men who die by suicide every year compared to women, at least in Canada. I'm pretty sure it is skewed heavily towards men in other parts of the world as well. When you look at hospitalizations, though, it very heavily disproportionately affects females more than it does males, at least at the younger ages, and then it kind of evens out, and at 80 and older, it ends up being more men than women by a small margin. So Heads Up Guys is based in Canada, I believe. Yeah, it does say here, since launching 2025, Heads Up Guys has grown to become the world's leading men's mental health resource. So they are operating in a global setting, not just in Canada, which is very, very nice in my opinion. This way it's helping more people, not just limited to the country I'm in. Unfortunately, at the moment, they're not able to issue tax receipt donations. They're in the process of becoming a registered charity in Canada for the CRA. They have a full announcement on this there. The website, I should have given the website earlier. The website is headsupguys.org, HEADSUPGUYS.org. They are based in Vancouver, BC, and they are funded exclusively by donations. They do not receive funding from federal or provincial state governments, at least not at the moment. I'm sure that's possible in the future and would be nice actually in the future because it's a very important cause. Now, obviously, suicide is something that affects everyone. All different types of people, all different groups of people, ages, cultures, everything, genders. I don't believe I've lost anyone in my family to suicide, nor any friends that I can remember. And I'm sure that that's something I would remember. But I do know of friends of friends, friends of family members, that kind of thing. And I am very certain that many people probably experience those kinds of thoughts, as many people do go through periods of depression in their lives for one reason or another. In my own personal case, I have had thoughts of that before in the past, and it is very fortunate that there are many people who do not attempt to act on those thoughts, but very unfortunate that there are many who do. So I fully believe in this cause. They do have statistics across Canada, US, and the UK. Part of the reason why it is a strong focus for men is because men are much less likely to get help for their mental health. There is a strong social pressure on men to not need help, that, you know, a man should be the one to help others. The man should be the one to provide. The man should have nothing wrong with him. So there's a lot of social stigma in a lot of ways. And even if it's not necessarily being pushed on men directly, overtly, that kind of thing, it is still something that is in people's minds, in men's minds. We feel we're not supposed to feel that way, and it can be harder to ask for help when we do. So here's my plan for the fundraiser. They do not have a way to set up a fundraising page. As I said, I do not want to be a middleman, so I'm just taking all that kind of stuff off the table. So my plan, Tiltify had this new feature that I just noticed when I logged in to check all this, that you could offer reward incentives, kind of just like with, Patreon or YouTube memberships or anything like that. You can offer digital rewards for people who donate, and you can offer different rewards for different amounts of donations, including for any donation amount, or for donations over a certain amount. And so I was going to do this animated wallpaper artwork that I was going to make myself on a live stream after this event for anyone who donated $10 or more to the cause. Now, since I have no way of tracking these donations, and since they're not on Tiltify, in order to distribute the prizes through something like GoFundMe, I would have had to ask people for an email anyway. So here's what I'm going to do. You can come here to headsupguys.org and you can donate yourself. I just made a donation. When you make a donation, they will send you an email confirmation, a record of your donation. It should be sent to you to show how much you chose to give. So if you want to receive a digital artwork reward made by myself live on stream, I just need a screenshot of this section of the PDF that they send you when you make a donation. I do not need to see anything above gift type here. I probably don't even need to see a gift type, honestly. Date received, transaction item amount, and everything else below this. All of this information as well. I need to see all of this, including the signature. Okay? This is to prove, and that's why my head is covering part of it as well. This is to prove that you actually sent it, so that no one is like faking this, basically. I just need to see the amount that you gave, so that I know if you gave $10 or more, then you get an animated wallpaper. Also, for anyone who donates, I want to be able to give you a static, a still image. It will be related to the same animated wallpaper as well, but I would like to give anyone who donates something as well as a thank you. So if you want to get a reward for donating, and this also helps me track how much we raise as a community for this cause. So even if you don't want a reward, it would be much appreciated if you would send an email showing how much you donated anyway, and just so that I can total up the total impact that we had as a community from this event. The email you need to send to is ch1@dragonate.info, and that is my own website domain, dragonate.info. So ch1@dragonate.info. Go to headsupguys.org, choose a donation amount. Again, any donation will get a static image created by me. Any donation over $10 will get an animated wallpaper also created by me. Both of these will be created in a live stream 1 to 2 weeks or so after this event. And then I will send you a copy of the artwork to the email that you send to me. Feel free to create a completely brand new separate email address or temporary email address or whatever for this, as long as you ensure that you do have access to this email. This is the only purpose I'm going to be using this email for. Once I send out the emails, I'm just going to delete the record. It goes into the trash. It's just going to be used to send out the artwork to you. But still, as I said, feel free to create a brand new temporary email for this purpose if you so choose. So just once again, the charity is headsupguys.org. Come around on February 26th, Thursday, 1 week from today. All links and all information and everything will be in the description down below, as well as in a pinned comment, everything that is important for this. And yeah, I hope to see you there. So that's it. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for being a part of this. And yeah, just thank you. So I will see you next week, Thursday, February 26th. And it would be really awesome to see all of you there. So yeah, I appreciate you all. Love y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you next week on Thursday. Bye-bye. God bless. Keep calm and drag on.